दमक मतम सरकार न पिरप सन कांगोंसिंग अखोई ngakna chatminarasi कोविन एप्स द रजिस्टर तोपिदुना अदोमसु सुक्सोय सोयदना वैक्सीन असि कापथोपियो कोविड के वैक्सीन कापथोपुना कोविड लैतबा इरमदम ओहेमिनरasi अखोई वैक्सीन कापलेसे अखोई वैक्सीन कापलेसे अखोई वैक्सीन कापलेसे हानिगे पंछी सौखत कोठा हंजिलसी जाति जाति खाई देन कोरोना लांचंग ठेंगरसी कोरोना लांचंग ठेंगरसी अखोई वैक्सीन कापलेसे कोरोना दिंगमसी पंछी सौखत माई कईदा हन्ना पालेसे पंछी सौखत
First headlines. Manipur paid rich tribute to the brave mothers on Pilam Day. BJP MPs from Northeast meet Prime Minister Modi to discuss issues concerning region. And India reports 7,774 new COVID-19 cases and 306 deaths in the last 24 hours. Hello and welcome to ELITETV. Watching the 3 p.m. English news, I'm SANATOMBI with the key highlights of the day. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly, and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play a part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Chief Minister Enhancement stated that misusing the freedom of speech is unacceptable and unlawful. He made a statement at the 82nd commemoration of Nupilan Day at the Nupilan complex, which was attended by ministers, MLAs, and other important dignitaries. The Chief Minister added the citizens of Manipur have always been law-abiding and exercised their rights carefully in the past. However, it is now prevalent of abuse of freedom of rights. He continued people are no longer supportive of others' achievements or goodwill. He reminded the public of the brave mothers who fought off the British stronghold in 1904 and urged them to draw inspiration and courage from the historic movement, as it is a testament to the power of women's voice. Chief Minister also said that Go to Hills and Go to Village program is implemented to unite communities and regions, and further added how peace and law and order is maintained in the state during the BJP's governance in the last 4.5 years.
The process is not here. I'm not going to go to the program. University. I see me on the convention with the garlic. Other moving thumbs over the garlic. Machine when another day when I appreciate. I don't know any step home and now. Iraboti step on someone over station kill the assembly of man that. Let I about station king of the lake. Beggars the Maharajki. Nakanda Narasimha Maharaj Amadi Adu Mamatambugi Sahitaret Kundapada Awada one of the fight modern warfare looking at the Bahiras and the station was hard at the way. Canonate political game that they say the spirit too. Madhumasi mirror the nation memory.
Convener of Nupilan Observation Committee, Lauren Bamganbi, conveyed a message on the important contributions of women in history, how they valiantly stood up for the rights of their countrymen and women against the British imperialists. The 82nd commemoration event was jointly organized by Observation Committee, Amkil Kanglamai, Poirei Lemarol, Chitugwa Amoba, Nupi Samaj, Tami Chingmi, Mepwak, NYLAK, and held at JNM Dance Academy Hall today. She reminisced of the period when Manipur merged with the Indian Union of India in October 1949 and liberation from the British Empire and the enforcement of AFSPA in 1958 to suppress the uprising of the general public of Manipur. It can be recalled the emergence of revolutionary in the state only began in the year 1964 and annihilation of ILP by the newly posted commissioner in 1950 shows an undemocratic move by the Indian government. Lauren Bamganbi stressed there needs to be a new policy and programs to empower women and seek support from everyone regardless of their gender.
Nipa amakangna executive member sudana kana gumdamgi ayaba yaudana makoi ani hum ka tunara kanda khoi permit kakhat ki bahai base masi India government gi matang asidagi hongna democracy gi leinga democracy gi wahan jok leihendaba dum hokar bani hai ba wapam dune ina tamningi ba ai khoi punna Manipur gi nupi sing si punchal kanda I gi oiba isel ma de chenthara ri banina chap chaba phire mamaga loina na mang da tari ba thogda maya masi changchan minara kanda ai khoina AFSPA se Manipur gi koi area saben disturb area ina laukthoi iba punamak se kapthala kanda taret khatang kapthala kanda punamak thami ba se lokthok ado bani hai ba se ai khoina chap chaba phire maga loina na ai khoina tungi damakta ai khoina sembiramba masangi khana naina biramba masangi lepa leitana noma khatan natana mathang 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 naina ra kanda Manipur gi phire ka akhoi sarup ama sauna lowham lowrambam thui hai ba wapam chi thamaga.
Intending candidate of Thongju constituency, Seram Neken, expressed that he will focus mainly on the industrial sector so that it provides more opportunities to the youth of Thongju. Neken, who will be representing the Congress party, made a statement during the Women with Workers meet at Singsamai Khetri Legai. He expressed that his constituency is not getting its deserved allotments and development does not mean just construction of community halls and roads. He also wants the public to be aware that all these construction works are financed from the public fund and not from the official's pocket. Furthermore, he said the government should not indulge in political gain but rather invest on the welfare of the general public. He also called for the abolition of VIP culture in the state and believed there would soon be a developmental change to the constituency if he gets elected in the upcoming state election. India has reported 7,774 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The country also reported 306 deaths, taking the death toll to 4,75,434. India's active case load stood at 92,281, the lowest in 560 days, while the daily positivity rate stood at 0.65%. More than 140 crore vaccine doses provided to states or union territories, says Health Ministry. The Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) has advised against suddenly introducing a third COVID vaccine dose or recommending any change in the time gave of Covishield shots in the wake of Omicron cases. A delegation of BJP MPs from the Northeast met Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday evening. The MPs of the Saffron Party from the Northeast discussed issues concerning the region. The MPs delegation was led by BJP National President J.B. Nadda and National General Secretary B.L. Santos. Several key and burning topics concerning the Northeast were reportedly discussed in the meeting. The MPs delegation included Arunachal Pradesh MPs and Assam MPs and an MP from Tripura. Notably, there has been a renewed demand for repeal of Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA) in the Northeast. The demand for repeal of AFSPA in the Northeast has grown louder ever since the killing of 13 innocent civilians by security forces in Nagaland's Mon district on December 4. Regional parties in the Northeast, the allies of the BJP in the region, including ruling NDPP in Nagaland and ruling NPP in Meghalaya, have also raised demands for the repeal of AFSPA. Time for a short commercial break. See you on the other side.
Notice ahanba oina RBI na regulate toba amasung Ministry of Finance, Department of Financial Services, Government of India na Surface Act 2002 gi makada financial institution ama oina sakhangkraba Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Housing for All mission gi makada subsidized home loan pibada mangjil thariba Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited amadi masigi sister company singi Guwahati yauna branch tarahumdoi hangdokchare chahi tara taret ki khongchata lakraba Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited tagi miyamna financial facilities sing lowiranaba ningsingjari Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its sisters companies Uripok Taurambam Laikai.
ಒಂದೇ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಉಗೆ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ
End of the world.
Muknabani gi marakta warif si kanano.
The action documentary to capture that particular moment in right perspective, in my perspective.
Sayon Hospital na Hagsel gi Maikaida awon ba ama purakna bagi khongthangda Nambol Bazar gi Koireng Road ta hospital ama hangdoktuna ana laing gi khudong chaba piba hauzare. Medicine, ENT, Gynecology, Orthopedics, Pediatrics na chingba departments kaya amada laing bachathari. 24/7 gi facilities piduna X-ray, ultrasound, special and routine laboratory test kaya tawbagi khudong chaba su pizari. Sayon Hospital asina adonggi isabu na deyekta na lainaba laing naba hotnabada achoba thodang lauduna adongi punsibu nungayay faba punsiyema oina bagi pandam thamli. Didim lambida tangna tomthin ngaliba hospital asina adonggi laing bagi maikaida achoba thodang lauzari. Zion Healthcare and Research Institute, Nambol Makha, Koireng Road. Contact number 038529567111.
The pinnacles of success for your children. Get enrolled to one of the finest schools in Northeast India, UNESCO School. Excellence in education.
Welcome back. Now moving on. An unidentified person has died in an encounter that broke out between security forces and elite terrorists on Sunday morning at Avantipora, Jammu and Kashmir. Inspector General of Kashmir Police Vijay Kumar said the encounter started at Baragam, Avantipora, and one terrorist is killed and an operation is in progress. An official said that security forces launched a coordinated search operation after specific inputs about the presence of terrorists there. He added as the forces were conducting searches in the area, terrorists fired upon them. The incident comes after 2 policemen were killed in the valley on Friday evening. As per the police, some militants opened fire at the police personnel standing in a market to assess the situation. Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the over 50 feet Kasi Vishwanath corridor in Varanasi on Monday. The corridor will connect the ancient Kasi Vishwanath temple dedicated to Lord Shiva and 2 gods on the Ganga River. The government said the ambitious project will complement the Purvanchal Development Corridor and will be a rich tribute to the cultural and historical patrimony of Kasi. Officials have said the idea is to preserve existing heritage structures, provide new facilities in the temple complex in a public-private partnership model, ease the traffic and movement of people around the temple, and connect the temple with gods with direct visibility. Gwalior Drone Mela was jointly organized by Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry FICCI at Madhav Institute of Technology and Science meets Gwalior today. This is part of the series of events planned under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration and includes a drone exhibition, demonstration, drone spada, industry user interactions and launches. Speaking on the occasion, Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiradityara Scindia said that Drone Mela is a historic day for Gwalior and it is a matter of pride that Madhya Pradesh is the first state in the country at advancing the use of drone technology at such a big scale. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated a Swarnim Vijay Parv in the national capital at India Gate today. Major weapons and equipment used during the 1971 war have been displayed along with the snippets of major battles. The two-day event, which will continue from 12 to 13 of December 2021, will commemorate 50 years of India's win against Bangladesh in the 1971 war. While inaugurating the event, the Defence Minister said that India has contributed to the establishment of democracy in Bangladesh, and in the last 50 years, Bangladesh has progressed rapidly on the path of development. He also added that this festival commemorates the glorious victory of the Indian armies, which changed both the history and geography of South Asia. Storms unleashed devastating tornadoes late Friday and early Saturday across parts of the central and southern United States, collapsing buildings into twisted debris and claiming lives, with officials fearing the death count could exceed 80. In Kentucky alone, the state's governor says more than 70 people could have died after one of the toughest nights in Kentucky history. Tornadoes of strong winds collapsed an occupied candle factory in Kentucky, an Amazon warehouse in western Illinois, and a nursing home in Arkansas, killing people in each community and leaving responders scrambling to rescue others. More than 30 tornadoes have been reported in at least 6 states, including Missouri, Tennessee, and Mississippi. President Joe Biden told reporters that he had been closely monitoring the situation and had called the governors of the states that had been severely impacted by one of the largest tornado outbreaks in our history. The Twitter handle of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was briefly compromised in the early hours of Sunday. This has been confirmed by the Prime Minister's office on the intervening night of December 11 and December 12. The hackers got hold of the Twitter account of Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a brief period. A tweet promoting cryptocurrency was shared during the period. The account was swiftly restored and the tweet was deleted. The Prime Minister's Twitter handle was however secured later, and the matter was escalated to the micro-blogging site. It added that any tweets shared during the compromise period must be ignored. Tens of thousands of people have staged a protest in Austria against measures to curb the spread of COVID-19, including mandatory vaccinations. Police say about 44,000 people rallied in the capital Vienna, the 4th straight weekend of demonstrations. Last month, Austria became the first Western European country to reimpose a lockdown for those who are vaccinated, which ends on Sunday. But restrictions will continue for unvaccinated people. The protesters, backed by the far-right Freedom's Party, are against the government's decision to make COVID-19 vaccination mandatory from February. The country is the first in the EU to adopt such a measure, which applies to all residents older than 14, except in the case of a dispensation for health reasons. Guwahati-based social organization JBF India Trust has expressed concern over the constant disappearance of stray or street or community dogs from certain prime localities of Guwahati. JBF India Trust said this is a probable reason of the serious threat to the trade of dog meat. According to the local feeders, most of the dogs have disappeared within the last few days. The statement from JBF reads that on November 30, Abhayapuri police in Bongaigaon has been successful in apprehending one member of a dog smuggling racket with the help and intervention of We People and JBF. The racket consisted of 3 members, among whom Sangrit Marak was captured red-handed with the joint help of local residents. The Abhayapuri police are in search of the other 2 people involved in this case. The trust said Guwahati is facing similar circumstances as the number of dogs missing cases are seemingly surfacing. Street vendors at Panjabari near the State Bank of India reported having seen 6 dogs being forcefully abducted by some people in a car on December 2nd, 2021. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitv.in or to the phone number 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Now the headlines once again. Manipur paid rich tribute to the brave mothers on the Pilal Day. BJP MPs from Northeast met Prime Minister Modi to discuss issues concerning region. And India reports 7,774 new COVID-19 cases and 306 deaths in the last 24 hours. That's all we have on this edition of ELITETV English News. Thanks for watching ELITETV and have a great day.